time, Yan Xiao. But I'd still like to try your dishes, if that's okay.
Sure. I'll have a try of yours too. Oh, truly exquisite. No doubt in my mind why you're the winner here.
This Adeptus Temptation is really good. It's so fresh, I'm almost moved to tears.
Hey, Xiangling, we're here.
Well, just goes to show that you have a taste for the finer things
Did you
in
hear
life.
the news? You got me all wrong. Masterful chefs. We're just a small neighborhood restaurant too, so I totally understand. Food is life, and customers are at the heart of all food culture.
I wasn't
so
even
humble
trying.
food cooking is not to be looked down
but
upon.
a true
champion never rests on their laurels.
Is that
still
right?
gonna need your help to prepare for the competition.
I'd heard you'd gotten famous for your experimental approach to cooking, and we're all about fancy and exclusive foods.
Traveler, you wanna
Never
be the
realized
first?
you'd done your time in a small kitchen too.
Oh,
Well,
yeah, we did.
There you have it.
And anyway,
All
we
the
get to
greats
eat your
come
food
from
all
the
the
smaller
time,
places.
so we're biased.
The same goes for you.
You should find some other
Can't
people
work
this
in an
time.
in-kitchen unless you know how to consistently
Good
please
idea.
customers.
Okay,
It's
let
no
me
wonder
think.
your food is so top-notch.
You're the kind of competition
Let's get
I'm
Beto to try
glad
it
to have.
first.
Let's stay in
Beto.
touch.
Yep.
Maybe
you
we can find some time in the
definitely
future
trust her
too.
opinion. Let's go find her.
Trade tips.
Right now, she should be down
You
at the docks.
got it.
Let me
And
box up
next
this
time
food
we
real
meet as
quick, then we can
competitors,
head on
let's
down. Both be even better than we are now.
All right, deal.
Traveler, Paimon! Thanks for coming. Did you get to try the food?
Don't even go there. I'm still peeved.
I can't believe it. You didn't get picked? Well, never mind. Don't get mad. I'll make some more for you when we get back.
Beto, ahoy! Hey, Took. Who's she with?
The organizer
Hi,
said that
Beto.
Yan Xiao and
Hi,
I need to go
Xinya.
register our
Are we
delivery
interrupting
addresses.
anything?
Apparently,
Sean
they're
Lang.
going to deliver an exclusive
Woman of the
ingredients
hour.
package
We're
and the
just
prize
talking
money
about
at a
you.
later date.
Oh,
So
Beto
I
was
need to
saying
get
you and I
moving.
should get ourselves on board
I'll come
sometime.
find you guys
Says
after.
the whole crew's been asking for us.
Xiangling seems really happy. Good for her. Looks like Kuching and Ningguang left already. As the organizers,
you
we must have gone to wrap up some last-minute things.
Oh, we
Let's go
really
ask them
do.
for an update about
Beto and
the statue.
Xinyan are two of my oldest customers, and I've helped out in the kitchen on board Beto's ship in the past. Recently, Xinyan's been planning to do a show on board, too.
That's the plan. Good music's meant for sharing. You guys should check it out sometime.
Will do. But I came here today because I made it into the Masterful Chef's finals, and I was just trying out some new dishes to bring to the competition. Can you have a little taste and give me some feedback?
Kuching, there you
Sure,
are.
beats drinking on an empty stomach.
Oh,
Oh, about time. I'm
You found me.
starving over here.
Huh?
But let's see what you
Is
got.
everything okay?
Traveler, I have found myself in something of a
This chicken
predicament.
foo young's tasting
In the competition,
awesome.
I voted for Smiley Yen
this
Xiao.
food is too
So
good
you're
for me to be
frustrated
soaking
because
up the
you can't go
alcohol
back and
with.
vote for Xiangling instead? These three
No,
seem to
that's
have
not
a
it.
great time with
As a
each
judge,
other.
I had a duty to remain objective. I made my decision after thinking about it very carefully, and my conscience is clear. Xiangling is my friend, so by rights, I should be honest with her about this. But, as you know,
Only thing
I
is, you've got
voted
3
based
dishes
purely
here.
on my
Chicken
personal
foo young,
opinion.
come and get it, and crystal
as a
shrimp.
contestant,
And
Xiangling
they all
may
taste
not be
kind
able
of
to
refreshing.
appreciate this. And
Is
I do
refreshing
not know
really
how
a
to deal with
flavor?
people of her temperament.
when you spend all your time at sea, you don't have a lot of
I just
choice
don't
when
know
it
how
comes
to break
food.
it to her.
Especially on the
It's
longer
no
voyages
big
where you've
deal.
got to
Just
stretch out
say
your
it
rations
however
as far as you
comes
can.
naturally. Xiangling,
First
of all
thing you
people,
want to do
isn't
when you get
bothered
back
about
on
that
dry
kind of
land
stuff.
is dig
And
into
anyway,
a nice
she still
hot
won
meal
in the
that's
end.
swimming in oil and has a
Oh,
ton of
hey,
flavor.
here you are.
That's
I've been
the
looking for
exact
you for ages.
opposite of Ningguang's taste.
Xiangling,
Oh,
there's
sure is.
something I need to tell
Beto's
you.
tastes are pretty similar to mine and Xiangling's.
What is it?
Ugh,
My
Ningguang.
grandfather
I'm
always
sick
said
of
to
hearing
me,
that name.
In
Our
contests with
tastes
food,
couldn't be more
always
different.
follow your heart.
You'll never find us eating the same
Which is
bowl
to
of
say
food.
that in gastronomical disputes, or
Last
indeed
time when you were
competitions,
chatting with her,
one
Paimon
must
thought
cast
you
their
two
vote for
seemed
the
to get
party
along
that they
just
agree
fine.
with.
We're
This
evenly
decision
matched.
must be based on one's
Guess that makes us
honest
equals.
thoughts.
But
not
I'm sorry,
influenced by
limp
any
cabbage
external
leaves are never
factors.
gonna do it for me.
Of course, that
I
was just
hear
my
ya,
grandfather's
I hear ya.
opinion.
Steamed
But
cabbage and
I
broth
have
might
to
be
say,
upper class and look
I am
fancy
inclined
and
to
all,
think
but
he had a
man, is
point.
it boring!
So,
It's never gonna give you that flavor
despite the fact that I
explosion
am
you
your
get with some
friend,
of the other dishes
I
out
cast
there.
my vote for Smiley Yen
So,
Xiao's Adeptus
Xinyan,
Temptation.
Are these dishes too mild for you, too?
Well, not so much mild. I just think you maybe missed a beat somewhere.
Maybe it was.
Exactly.
I
This
like
is
golden
some fine
shrimp balls.
cooking, no
Is
question
that
about
you were
that.
acting so serious
But if this
that
is
I
for a
honestly thought
competition,
something
it
was up.
needs more
It's fine.
oomph.
Doesn't bother me one bit.
Ooh.
You voted for who
Are we
you wanted
sure
to.
these terms
and
apply
that's
to
totally
cooking?
okay. In fact, that's exactly how it should be. Otherwise, how could it be a fair
Beat,
competition?
You know what a
So,
beat is?
You made a point of
I only know
telling me.
music, though.
Is that because
I'm
you
nowhere
were
near
worried
your
that it made
level
you a
when it
bad
comes
friend?
to cooking, so don't mind me if it doesn't make much sense.
Don't be absurd.
No, you're both completely right. Say already? Beat, I love this about you. You're just so conscientious about everything. I actually thought as much while I was cooking back just isn't even though this was a brand new combination. It's seeking reassurance is what novices do. And it's been a long time since I was a novice. Push it over the finish line. From today will only get more challenging. As will the dishes I'll need to cook.
Does that mean
Honestly,
music
I'll
theory
need
is
friends like you
compatible
along
with
the way.
cooking?
You have a strong sense of responsibility,
Didn't quite get the
Kitchen.
implication, but
you know,
getting down with your
everything is always
being a
about
meanie.
responsibility. Okay. Yes, you're
I
a
think I know what I
Chi-Chin,
need
but
to
you're
do.
also you, Kitchen.
Right. So this went
When you're
really
with
well.
friends, you don't need
Don't
to think
hold
about
back,
everything
just
so
get out
thoroughly.
there and do your
You
thing.
know that's what Ningguang's
Pro,
like, right?
Xiangling, and you
Beidou's
totally got
always
this.
telling me about
Hands
how
down
well she
best
gets
chef
along
at
with
Liyue
Ningguang.
Harbor.
They even
that
play
right,
chess
Beidou?
aboard her ship sometimes.
Well, I think so anyway.
So you
More
see,
than any other
Ningguang's
chef.
kind of bold,
And
that
there
she
ain't a whole
doesn't let
lot of
her
people I'd
identity
be
and
willing to say that
reputation
about.
get in the way of her ability to have a good time. You can take a leaf out of her book.
All right,
Outside
we'll
of
leave you
work,
to it.
It's time to let
I'm gonna
go
take
and
Xinyan on
relax.
board for a while.
Traveler. Xiangling, anyway,
Xiangling,
what are we
They
standing
both have
around here
pretty
for?
strong taste.
Let's go and check on
You
the status
sure
of the
that
stove
won't be a
god
problem?
statue.
Shouldn't we get a second opinion from someone with
nearly
milder
forgotten about
taste?
that. Let's go see. That's a good point. Beidou likes her greasy stir fries, and Xinyan can really handle her spice. Yeah, we should get another opinion.
Now, who do we know whose tastes are on the mild side? Traveler, any suggestions? Who?
Boring!
Oh, right! Makes sense! So, back to Wangshu Inn? How strange. It hasn't changed one bit. Someone you just missed last time we were there.
Sense. We cooked our hearts out.
Does this mean the competition wasn't enough to awaken the statue? He said that we just need to
Oh, well.
speak his name and poof!
I suppose it
He'll
was
show up.
simply not meant to be.
Will he definitely hear us saying this long already? There's no harm in waiting a little longer. Somewhere quieter. Right, Xiangling?
Yep, there's still time. Let's be patient. We'll all see this through together. On another note, I have some good news for you, Kuching. Things are looking optimistic for that recipe you gave me. Master came by before the competition and filled in the parts that were missing. So now I'll be able to cook it. In fact, I'll go find somewhere to make it right now.
Okay,
Wait here.
let's take turns shouting his name.
Oh, and Traveler, can you come do this too?
Huh? Hyman, you only just beat Smiling Yanxiao. You think you're up for challenging us already?
Nothing's happening.
Let me try again.
Obviously not what I meant. You collect recipes, don't you?
That's weird.
I thought you'd probably
Does
be
he
eating
not
this
wanna hang
dish
out
during
with
your
us?
troubles, so I figured I'd share it with you. So, let me get this straight.
Right.
Some guy
Hyman
with
knew
special
that.
powers promised you both that you just need to shout his name and he'll show up? Jeez, careful
well,
eating your words so
Not
fast.
both,
You'll
actually.
give yourself heartburn.
Just one of us.
What are you staring at me for? Go on, go get on with your cooking.
Oh, right. Well, you should be the one to try it then. Paimon clearly just doesn't want to feel left out.
Okay then.
You called?
Whoa!
Will we ever
He
manage to...
actually came!
You spoke my name, did you not? When I make you a promise, I will honor it.
Blink of an eye and poof! He's there! That's how you know he's an Adeptus.
An Adeptus? Oh, Xiao, was it? Hi there. It was me who asked the Traveler to call you here. My name's Xiangling. I'm a chef. I've made it into the finals of this year's Masterful Chefs, and I'm testing some dishes out in preparation. I'm trying to get feedback from customers with all different tastes.
Customers. And that includes me?
Uh-huh. The Traveler says you prefer mild food, just the kind of person I'm looking for. If you don't mind, I'd like you to try the dishes I've made and tell me your
This is what
thoughts.
the dish from the recipe looks like. Let's go give it to Kuching.
Since it's you, I will do it.
Yay! How is it? Are you sure you can eat it? Don't force yourself.
Tastes pretty good.
Huh? Really? I can't believe it. An Adeptus says he likes my cooking. If my dad was here, he'd be crying tears of joy.
You excel in the culinary arts. I'm reminded of another chef I know. That chef cooks dishes with soul, as do you. Both of you are masters of your craft.
Dad, who do you think he means?
The Traveler and I made
Smiley
wine.
Angel?
Here,
If
have
I
a
had to
taste while
find
it's still
fault with
warm.
something,
Thank you.
the two sides are a
Don't
little
mind if I
strong
do.
for my taste. Some minor adjustments would take this dish from excellence to perfection. Just my own
What is
opinion.
it? What does
Do not
that face
fixate on
mean?
it.
I...
Take it or leave it as you see fit.
Flavor.
All right, go
I've
easy on the
tasted
sides.
it. Apologies.
Okay, I got it.
Xiangling,
Thank you,
Traveler.
Adeptus friend. It
Thank
was
you
really
both.
great to meet you.
This is everything
I'll
I had
be
hoped it
leaving
would
now.
be. It tastes wonderful and
See you next time.
quite amazingly.
Paimon still
Somehow
can't
it took
believe
me
he
right
actually
back to my
came.
childhood.
So,
When my grandfather was still
what would happen
around.
if we called his name
Really?
again now?
That's
Do
awesome.
you think he'd come back right away?
I didn't have a chance to fully explain before. In fact, when Master had filled in the missing parts of the recipe for me, I realized
Kinda,
that I
maybe,
only
not
knew how
really
to make
joking.
this dish.
Jeez, you already knew.
Good news.
You mean you
After
were able
2
to
rounds
make
of
this
taste
without ever
testing,
seeing the recipe?
I've had an idea on what to do next. My dad taught me how to make it.
Lucky we picked the right people to talk
But
to.
isn't
this dish from
I better
Kuchin's
head back and
grandpa's
try this
notes,
out a few times while it's fresh in my mind.
About that.
Thanks for your help.
I do not believe that this
Oh,
recipe was
and
my
the final is in
grandfather's
Eugene
creation.
Terrace.
My
You better
grandfather
come
was a
and
well-known
watch.
real estate tycoon
Will
in
do.
Liyue,
Good luck.
and also a scholar. He was an avid collector of
bet.
old books and was quite knowledgeable on many of Liyue's customs and traditions that are no longer practiced. As a child, I used to spend a lot of time with him in his study. We'd read the classics together, then debate how much of it was actually genuine, and whether Rex Lapis was real or not. He used to say, books are just a bridge that bring us a little closer to history. It's up to those of us in later generations to ask these questions, search for the answers, and decide what they mean. Since then, my grandfather has passed on, and I've grown up to become a Chising. My views on Rex Lapis have changed in this time too, from myth to reality. For me,
Boats
the
are
name
made for
Rex
transferring
Lapis is
from
inextricably wound up with memories of my grandfather. Whenever I see his name written down,
Paimon's so
it always reminds me of sitting in my grandfather's study, seeing all of his notes. As I said earlier, this recipe came from those same notes. It's an ancient dish that he was trying to restore to its original form. But, unfortunately, without the full recipe, he never quite succeeded. Still, each time he tried cooking it, he'd always get me to have a taste while it was still warm. The memories. This really is the taste of my childhood.
Ancient dish? Are cornbread buns really that old?
Well, at least in my family
to the
it
Masterful
is.
Chef's Final.
My dad learned
At
how
the
to make it
appointment
from
of this
his
organizing
dad.
committee,
And supposedly
I
it's
am
been
your
passed down
host
that
and
way for
officiator,
generations.
Yenfei.
We call them chili mince cornbread buns. They're a traditional
This event
folk food
is brought to you by the
Easy
Liyue
to pack up
Qixing
and
in
take with you on the
collaboration with a
road.
number of
So they're the
participating
perfect thing to eat on the
enterprises.
go.
The competition is divided into the selections phase and the finals.
Seeing Woba
We
just
saw
reminded
many
me of
contestants
something.
from all over
I
Liyue
actually
in the
made this
selections
dish on the day I
process,
first
and
met
all of
Woba.
them were outstanding
How
chefs
did
in
you
their
first
own
meet?
right. Of
It was
those,
in a
the
cave
two
in the
strongest
mountains.
participants were
I
put
ducked
through to
inside
today's
to get out of
finals.
the rain and saw
In
an
just a
offering
few
table
short
in there.
moments,
So I
the
put
finals will
cornbread
take
buns I
place
brought
right
with
here
me on
before
it.
your very eyes.
Then I ended up falling
As the
asleep.
officiator,
And when I woke
it
up,
is my
I found
honor
out that
and
Woba had
privilege
eaten
to
every
represent
last
the organizing
one.
committee
Woba
and
followed me
indeed
around
the people
ever
of
since.
Liyue and
We're
overseeing
practically
today's
family now.
proceedings. Next,
Hold
Please allow me to introduce the judges. There will be a select panel and an audience panel. The 3 members of the select panel are the Tianquan, Lady Ningguang, the Yuheng, Lady Keqing, and last but not least, gourmet connoisseur, Uncle
I see the
Tian.
chili mince cornbread
In addition
buns
to
have
these
been
3,
served.
10 judges will be chosen from among the audience to sample our contestants' dishes and cast their vote. That makes a total of 13 judges, with 13 votes between them.
Indeed it
Each
does.
judge will vote for their
After
preferred
all,
finalist, and the
Woba
one
is
who
the
receives the
deity you've
most
been
votes will be
searching for.
today's winner.
God of the stove.
Also exciting!
And now, please join me in welcoming our 2 contestants into the arena.
You asked
Come on
me
out.
if a sufficiently
To my
festive
left, a
atmosphere would be
competition
enough
favorite
to
down from
reawaken the
Dihua.
stove
Life's
god.
harsh when you live on a
And my
marsh, but this
answer
kitchen
is
ace will put a
this.
smile on your
Yes.
face. Please
And
welcome
no.
Smiley
The
Yanxiao.
stove god has always been a deity with great affection for
hi,
the
everyone.
people, and who acts in response to their desires. To him, the heart's passions and the heart's desires are not the same thing. Passion can be a technique, a skill, something derived from
And
experience.
to my right,
But
a stalwart
desires,
of
they
Liyue
are
Harbor
deeper,
culinary scene,
more innate.
a little feisty with
They
a
are
whole
the
lot of
heart's
spicy.
strength in its
Give it up
purest
for Xiangling.
form. Masterful
and her
chefs is
mysterious
wonderfully
assistant,
exciting,
who knows
but it is
who?
more an exercise of passion than of desire. And passion alone will not suffice to reawaken the stove god
Contestants,
from his
please
deep
repeat after me.
slumber. But
As
just
a finalist
now,
and
when
masterful
Keqing
chefs,
ate this dish
I
she had
solemnly
longed
swear to
for,
commit myself
a
fully,
deeply
compete
held
fairly,
desire was
and abide by
fulfilled,
all
as
competition
well as receiving
procedures.
an answer to a
As a
question.
finalist
She
and
also
masterful
gained
chef,
something
I
much
solemnly
more
swear to
precious.
commit myself
A
fully,
moment
compete
of
fairly,
poignant
and abide
nostalgia,
by all
so
competition
vivid. It
procedures.
felt like she was right
As
there
a finalist in
alongside
Masterful
her
Chefs,
grandfather.
I solemnly
The
swear to commit
enormous
myself
power
fully,
unleashed by the
compete fairly,
fulfillment of this
and
desire
abide by all
resonated
competition
with the
procedures.
stove god's
And
statue,
I, for my part,
and caused
promise
it to
to uphold
manifest
the
once
principles
more
of
the
fairness,
form it took in the
impartiality,
past.
and transparency in
Of
my
course, the
officiation
stove
of the
god
proceedings.
himself is not contained
Now,
within the
I will
statue.
hand things over to the select panel
The true
judge,
stove god
Ningguang,
has
for the announcement
been
of
here
today's
with
theme.
us all along.
Thank you all for being here today at the Masterful
How does it
Chefs
feel?
Finals.
Seeing a
I am
statue
the
of yourself
Tianquan
from your glory
Ningguang.
days.
The organizers have chosen
Look
the
at 'em.
theme for today's event,
Still so
and that theme is
majestic.
of Earth
Glory
and
days?
Waterborn.
Wait, what happened?
Waterborn.
Did Guoba used to be different
Just like the Feast of Bounteous Land.
Yes.
It really
Back in
captures
his
the
day,
spirit of
your
this year's
Woba
Moon
was
Chase
once
Festival.
the patron god of the
It's
soil.
like surf and turf, but the
all
deep
the
and
wisdom and
meaningful
power
version.
he had then,
The rules
he has
are
since
simple.
surrendered
The
to the
one
soil
who receives the
itself.
most votes
God,
wins.
surrendering their
Tailor
power
your
to
dishes
the
to the
soil.
judges' preferences.
I have heard this
Or
turn of
win
phrase
over the
before.
audience with your originality.
What does it mean?
The choice
The
is
kinds of
yours.
trials and
Well
tribulations
then,
that a land
I
can
look
face
forward
are
to both of your
far
contributions.
more than you could imagine.
Contestants will have 1
Droughts,
hour of cooking time
floods,
available
torrential
and may
rain,
only use ingredients
hurricanes,
provided by the
earthquakes,
organizers in their
tsunamis,
dishes.
fires, and
I
plagues.
trust this is no
The
problem.
threat of disaster
Okay,
will never
without further
fully
ado,
disappear
let the
from
cooking
Liyue.
commence.
Even
Begin.
woes that have never been faced before in history will come to pass in the future.
Time to pull out
Such
all the
things
stuff.
affect
Show
you
everyone
mortals
what you're
far
the best.
more than we Adepti, with our immortal forms.
Traveler,
He once
come on.
walked with you over
Things
the
are gonna
barren
disappoint
plains
me.
until you arrived at
Don't you
last at the
worry.
harbor.
I'm gonna make this the
He
best
joined you in
tasting dish
building your
I've ever
dwellings and
cooked.
lighting the stoves. It was his hand that
Light it
lit
up,
the
light
very
it up.
first street lamp
First
of
things
Liyue
first, get
and
the
brought the
stove on.
aroma of cooked food into every household in the land.
Xiao thought the side
You
should be
mortals
milder,
no longer
which makes
remember
sense to
him.
contrast with the main
Back in
dish.
the age when you
I
did,
guess that's what
he
Xian
was the
meant.
closest
You gotta
of
have
all the
on-beats and
Adepti
off-beats.
to the common folk. Marchosius, god of the stove, born from a spark when stone struck stone. He was a god with a great love for humanity and their well-being. Millennia ago, the people sought to expand their city. They built a dwelling on the plains and called it the Guili Assembly. The stove god cared greatly for the people, turning himself into minions who went into every home, fostering food and solidarity alike. Alas, their home was taken by a flood.
Triple
The
layer
waters
Cosme is
ravaged the
pretty land to begin
Gwali
with.
assembly
We
and
can't have two
forced the
sides with the
people
same
back
texture.
south to
Luckily,
Liyue
the organi-
Harbor. Though the distance was not far, the journey was plagued by a terrible storm. For a dozen days, the Adepti stayed by their side. During this time, the stove god cooked an ancient delicacy, flatbread with a meat sauce to stave off the cold and damp, fit for
Chili
those
chicken
on
is
the
the main
moon.
event. Can't afford to compromise too much here, but me.
Centuries later, disaster and plague arose once more. The stove god would appear no longer, for he placed all of his power into the land itself to quell the calamities. His power expended, and his wits greatly reduced. Thus, his body decreased in size.
Yasha.
By the time he parted
doesn't look
ways
so
with us,
good.
he wasn't even the height of a human. He told Rex Lapis and I of the dishes that bring
Whoa,
joy
whoa,
and of the
what's
secrets
this?
of the flame.
Hold up. Things are
Then
taking
went into
an
the
unexpected
mountains and
turn on the
entered
Masterful
into
Chef's
a
stage.
long slumber.
Xiangling's mysterious assistant appears to be aiding her opponent. Judges,
The stove god departed,
are we
and
going to
Golbal
allow
was
this?
born. When he awoke,
We knew in
he ate the
advance that
chili mince
Xiangling would be
cornbread
accompanied
buns
by a
placed on the
mysterious
offering
assistant,
table by
and
a
the
young
judges
lady
agreed
in
that the
yellow.
two could be
Though
classed
he
as
did
one
not remember
individual
the
for the
past,
purposes of the
he was
competition.
profoundly moved
But
and
what
decided
do we
to
say to
follow this young
this?
lady thereafter.
I take no issue with it.
The stove god
In
had
any
quietly
case, the
disappeared,
assistant hasn't
but
done
the
much in
vendors
the way
rose
of
early to
assisting.
hawk their wares. People went out to buy goods, lit
No
their stoves
competition
and
would
cooked
be
food,
complete without
just as
a
they had
little
done every
drama.
day for as long as they could
Part
remember.
of being young. I
In
won't be
Liyue,
the old
things have
fool
always
that
been this way.
Please allow me to explain to our host. Prior to the competition, the judges
Nature
reviewed both
provides,
contestants.
the mountains
and we can comfortably
rejoice.
confirm that neither
We are
side is
blessed by
participating in a way
heaven's
that
good
contravenes the
grace.
competition rules. Xiangling is a highly
Years have
accomplished
gone
chef,
by,
and her assistant
world
is
has
more
transformed,
like family to her.
but our way of
Xiangling
life
prepares all of
survives.
her own dishes herself. All that her assistant will do is occasionally provide a fire source. Given Xiangling's level of culinary skill, the difference between her using firewood or her assistant is a trivial one.
Fame and
Appreciate everyone's
fortune
concerns.
is only a
The
season.
presence of a mysterious
It is the
assistant performing
moment that we
strange
should
dance moves
embrace.
to cheerlead for Xiangling is a little unexpected. But the mysterious assistant has now started cheerleading for Smiley Yanxiao
Past
too,
meets present.
demonstrating
Heritage
total
becomes
impartiality.
legacy.
By
Long
encouraging both
into the
Xiangling
future,
and her
may we
opponents,
thrive.
They have proven to be a fair supporter.
That's right. Boba's not really
Told me
outside
that
help.
dining is the
Boba just likes to watch
profoundest of
people cook.
customs in
And
the
I'm sure
human
the only
world.
reason they went over there is
To
to try
eat
to help
well is
Yanxiao
to
feel less
consume
nervous.
vitality
I
itself.
give you all my word.
And to drink
Boba
well
will
is
not
to
interfere with the
partake of the
competition.
very essence
And I
of
would
the world.
also say that
It
it's
is a
a loss
matter
to
of
the
paramount
competition if
importance,
Yanxiao
you
isn't at the
said.
top of his
For
form.
people cannot face
I
the
say that as
arduous
someone who's
journey
eaten
ahead
Yanxiao's
on an
cooking
empty
at Wang
stomach.
Shuin before. He is an
At once
excellent
a
chef,
humble
and I want this
affair
to be a
and
competition
a
between the
profound
best
one.
we both have to
A
bring.
humble meal of
I
maize and
see.
spring water is also profound.
Most
in that.
amusing.
By
Uncle
ensuring one's
Tian,
survival,
what's your opinion?
it paves the
I
way for
have no
millennia of
objections.
human
It's
history
an
and
honor and a
culture to come.
privilege to see two
My
contestants
dear
so
friend,
dedicated to having a
Liyue
fair
has
and
changed
square
so
contest.
much while you have slept.
The judges and the
Looking at the
officiator accept this
prosperity
explanation.
and beauty
Let the
around us
competition
today.
continue.
Yanxiao,
Does
are
it
you
not?
alright? This
I don't know
is
what's
kind of
wrong
a
with
huge
me.
deal.
I've never been so
Why
nervous
didn't
in my
you say
life.
anything?
Look, my hands won't stop shaking.
Take it easy. I've been there before. I can help. The power Try saying a tongue twister to yourself in your head. There's no way he could have told some happy memories about your dad.
Why my dad?
Boba,
That's a bit specific.
because that's what I do.
Xiangling.
Do not be saddened, Xiangling.
I
There
guess
are
I'll
two
think of my
sides
mom.
to everything.
Anyway, you should
Guoban
carry
may
on.
have
I'll
lost
be fine.
many of his former
Don't hold up your own
faculties,
dishes
but
on my account.
He is now as
Nothing's being
carefree
held
as
up.
can be,
I'm finished
without a
already.
single worry in the whole
Oh,
world.
right.
In this world
Then
we
I need to
inhabit,
focus up and win
who can
this thing.
truly be said to
There
live a
you
life
go.
free
That's
of
the attitude
all
we want.
woes.
You're a very capable
Those with a
chef,
mind and
Yanxiao.
with the
So
knowledge
come on,
will
show
certainly be
everyone what you're
troubled by
made
all
of,
manner
just
of
like you showed
things.
us last time at
But
Wang
he has gone
Shuin.
further than us in
Yes.
his journey.
You're right. I
He
can
had
do
both
this.
wisdom and
I
courage.
can do this.
Everything
you,
he
Xiangling.
took upon
And
himself,
thanks to your,
he was also ready to part
Well,
with.
thanks. Time for me to
His
get cooking.
carefree demeanor today is a testament to the fact that he is at rest. So since you are his
Time's up.
friend,
Both contestants have now finished cooking. I would like to
Go
invite them to
out,
present
to
their dishes
walk
to
and
the judges
play,
for
allow
evaluation.
him to eat,
We will
drink,
proceed in the order that the
be
contestants
merry.
finished. Xiangling, please describe your dish.
My dishes.
Xiangling, you have an adeptful
chicken with
affinity.
sides of triple
Papa
layered
follows you
consomme
around
and crystal
because
shrimp.
he has respect
The
for
theme
you.
is of
The moment
earth
he
and
awoke,
waterborne,
he was met
which
with the
includes
familiar
land and
flavor in the
sea.
chili mince
In
cornbread
other words,
buns he ate.
land animals, fowl,
After all
and
that
seafood are
time,
all
he still
potential
recognized the
ingredients.
dish he had invented.
My main dish,
And he
Juyu and
approved
chili
of you
chicken,
as the
is
one
a
who had cooked
combination
it.
of fowl and
That's
chilies.
right.
Juyu and
The
chilies
taste of
capture
one's
the
home
essence
cuisine
of the
always
mountains
brings
where they
back
grow,
memories of
and
home.
fowl is a gift from
Though
the
he
heavens.
remembered nothing,
Triple
eating the
layered
food
consomme
you had
also uses
cooked
fowl,
gave him a
and its
feeling
other
of
ingredients are
familiarity.
ham and bamboo shoots.
That is why
These
he
are
stuck
also
by you.
flavors from the mountains,
You
but they
may be the
complement
first
and
person in
contrast with
history
the
to
chicken
give the
dish.
stove god
Fresh
the
instead of
experience
spicy,
of being a
cold
satisfied
instead of
customer.
hot. The crystal
makes
shrimp
you
is made from a
quite a
combination
remarkable
of
chef.
rice, shrimp meat, and carrot. If that's
A
true,
thin,
I
translucent
couldn't
skin
be happier.
wraps
Diced carrots and a whole
putting a
shrimp.
smile on
Fresh,
customers' faces is what we
crispy,
chefs
and
are
tender.
called to do.
Shrimps are a gift
Well
from
then,
the ocean.
it's getting
Tightly
late and I
wrapping
still
them in
have
a
things
skin
to
made
do.
from rice makes
for
this
me to
dish
say
a blend
goodbye.
of land and sea.
Traveler,
Fresh with a
Paimon,
hint of sweetness.
Xiangling,
It's the perfect
thank
note
you
to
all
end this
very
course
much.
on.
I look forward to
A
spending more
strong
time.
delivery there from Xiangling. Let's see what our next contestant
I guess
Yanxiao
my
has
dad's
to
probably
say.
heard the good news
My
already,
dish is
but I should still go catch
Adeptus
up with him.
Temptation with a mint salad and
Master,
golden
it's
shrimp
been a while
balls.
since you came by.
As Xiangling
Why don't
says,
you join
earth
me?
and water means
He
land and
thinks
sea.
about you
So
all the
birds,
time, you
land
know.
animals, and seafood were
always
also the
telling me to
ingredients
invite
I
you over.
incorporated.
Oh,
Adeptus
goodness
Temptation is a much-loved dish in Liyue.
far be it
And
from
as
me
chef
to
of Wangshu
refuse.
Inn, I've always
Off
been
we
proud
go,
to
then.
offer this
Let's
as the
saunter
signature
over
specialty
gently
dish
and
of our menu.
See how all the city
It's a
folk are
complex
getting
dish
along.
with very particular ingredients. Smoked ham, crab, fresh shrimp meat, and matsutake. I chose this as my main dish as a sign of respect toward my profession and to this competition. The mint salad is my first sign. Cool and tender with a subtle sweetness. It's a perfect answer to the rich and strong flavors of the Adeptus Temptation. Golden shrimp balls is a time-honored classic loved by everyone. A hearty and wholesome broth, followed up with a shrimp ball. Oh, pure bliss.
Paimon can smell it from all the way over here.
I'm fast driving, Paimon. Hey, what are you doing there?
Judges,
I should be
please
the one
sample the
handling
dishes.
that.
Very impressive.
What was taken
Both
off?
contestants' dishes are well considered, expertly made, and truly delicious. I'm gonna have another golden shrimp.
It's you.
I mean,
Hello there,
I
old
shall
friend.
have to sample both contestants' dishes once more before I can reach a verdict.
Bless my soul.
Now,
Are
Xiangling
you
has
out for a
taken
stroll
an
as
interesting
well?
approach here.
Given the season,
She's chosen
it
a
felt
cold
fitting to take
dish
a
as her
leisurely
main.
walk while the
I
meal is
have
being
to say,
prepared.
that's a
Quite
bold
right.
move.
And it also gave us
It's
the
also
chance
a
to run
unique
into you.
take on Jueo and
Guoba
chili
may not
chicken.
recognize you,
Although the
but
dish
as
as a
ever,
whole
he
is
seems
served
quite
whole.
delighted
The
to
chili
see
peppers
you.
have been stir-fried. So
Guoba
they're
doesn't
still
remember
just a little
anything,
warm on the
but can
inside.
still feel
You
when
get a
something's
nice
familiar?
crunch as you bite
Friendship
it.
will
Then
always
you get
withstand
the
the ravages of
spiciness and
time.
warmth all
Traveler,
coming in together.
what do you think of
And
the name
then
of this
just
festival?
a hint of that
Moon chase.
wonderful pepperiness
The
to
moon
top
is a
it
carrier
all
of
off.
countless emotions.
It's quite
So
simply
many things only
extraordinary.
seem to surface as we gaze
This
up
Adeptus
beneath its
Temptation
poignant
is
glow.
quite exceptional.
Wherever the moonlight shines,
The triple layer
the
consomme
heart
is
is
also
wont
a
to
very
follow.
superlative
Fond
contribution.
memories of those no longer
Excellent
with
flavor,
us.
well balanced
Debts
between
of
sweet
gratitude to
and
old
savory.
friends. The
Yes,
meaning of
the
ages
standard
past
is
and
very
gone.
high.
All
Judges of the
wrapped up
select
in the
panel,
city that has
I will
existed
now
for
ask you
so
to
many
consider your
moons to
votes
date.
carefully before writing
All
them
these
down and
things
handing
and
them to
more.
me.
They
Also,
are why people
the
chase
organizing
the
committee
moon.
has selected today's audience judges, and they are now
In old
evaluating the
age, the
dishes.
sight of many things
Everyone who's
puts
been
one
lucky
in a
enough to sample
wistful
today's
mood.
dishes, please
But
consider
children
and cast your
are
vote
always
independently.
A beautiful sight to see.
How are we not
Such
involved in this?
exuberant
Why did they
life
pick us to be
force.
judges?
It seems to
Paimon has
well up
buckets
from
of
deep
passion
within the
and
land
oodles of
itself.
expertise
A
when it comes
land
to
that has
food.
been in existence for so many
know what,
millennia,
Paimon?
and yet
They're lost.
one that still dazzles today. Traveler, this Moon Chase Festival has been all the more entertaining
For
with
all
you
the
here
chefs
to
there
witness
are in
it.
the world,
Now,
and for all
let's
the
have
amazing
Xiangling
dishes
brew us a
they
nice pot of tea.
The
We shall drink and chat at our leisure.
I'm the best.
Thank you all for waiting. All votes have been received and counted, and the results have been returned to Ningguang. I now invite Ningguang to take the floor and announce the results of the Masterful Chef's Finals.
It is my pleasure to announce that the winner of the Masterful Chef's Finals is... by a mere 1 vote margin, Xiangling!
Wow! What? How is it so close?
Well, there it is. I knew it.
It was a close contest, but we have a winner. Liyue Harbor's Xiangling has beaten Dihua Marsh's Yanxiao by just 1 vote. There can only be one winner, but the fact that this was so close shows just how much both of these outstanding chefs managed to impress our judges. Thank you both for your stellar contributions here today. A big thank you to all the audience for being here today, especially those who have come from far and wide. As officiator, I declare the result of this competition to be fair and valid, thus bringing the Masterful Chef's Finals to a close.
Thank you all for coming. Until next time.
Please exit the venue in an orderly fashion, and remember to take all of your personal belongings with you.
Come on, let's go over and take a look.